I knew it. I predicted this. I said somewhere along the line, somebody is going to connect the dots between what happened yesterday in Uvalde, Texas, this mass shooting at this elementary school, with George Floyd. I have an article here at foxnews.com. Kid you not, this is by Joseph A. Wolfson, last name Wulfsohn, came out today. It says here, Texas school shooting, Obama clobbered for linking Uvalde massacre to 2-year mark of George Floyd's murder. And they've got a picture here of Lieutenant Chris Olivares. I wouldn't be messing with him. Former President Barack Obama raised eyebrows on Wednesday for attempting to link this week's mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, to the anniversary of George Floyd's murder. 19 children and 2 teachers of Robb Elementary School were murdered by an 18-year-old gunman who was killed during a gunfire exchange with authorities. Because, the big bad government, they got to come in and save the day. Not talking about law enforcement, I'm talking about the ATF, these feds that like to come in and take over. Tuesday's tragedy is now among the worst mass shootings in U.S. history. Now, how Obama connected the dots between what happened yesterday in Uvalde, Texas, and George Floyd, I don't know, but somehow he did. Does he still think this is 2020? Does he think he's still president? The bloodshed in Uvalde occurred one day prior to the 2-year mark of the death of George Floyd, which sparked civil unrest across the country in 2020 after viral footage showed Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin kneeling on him as he repeatedly claimed he couldn't breathe until he died. Chauvin was convicted of 2nd and 3rd degree murder last year, and of course they've got a mural here of George Floyd. Didn't one of these memorials to George Floyd get struck by lightning? And I just need to know, when you die, because you see the perp, and I don't know if Obama knows this or not, but the perp in this incident yesterday in Uvalde, Texas, was Hispanic. And just so you know, Texas was conquered by the Spanish. You have these conflicts between the Spanish and Native Americans. And Mr. Obama, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of Africans became conquistadors. True story. Go check it out if you don't believe me. A lot of Africans who were freed became freed, or who were former slaves, or they gained wealth. They became conquistadors. I mean, that was the hip chic thing to do back in the day. Obama commemorated Floyd's passing while tying it to the current national mourning of the children killed in Uvalde. Quote, as we grieve the children of Uvalde today, we should take time to recognize that 2 years have passed since the murder of George Floyd under the knee of a police officer, Obama wrote Wednesday. His killing stays with us all this day, especially those who loved him. Huh? In the aftermath of his murder, a new generation of activists rose up to channel their anguish into organized action, launching a movement to raise awareness of systemic racism. They're going to blame this on the Confederacy and white supremacy, even though, again, the perp here was Hispanic. And the need for criminal justice and police reform. The former president continued before plugging an initiative for his foundation. Of course, he's coming out to plug his foundation. He could care less about this incident in Uvalde, Texas. I mean, he might care about it to a certain extent. And of course, he has a tweet here. But come on, Mr. Obama, we can see right through this. Same old talking points you Democrats have been using, and even some of these Republicans out there, these writers have been using for God knows how long. Critics railed against Obama for suggesting a comparison between Tuesday's massacre and the police brutality Floyd faced. Quote, not a single grieving parent today gives a rip about what happened to Floyd or anyone right now. Red State editor Kira Davis reacted. I wouldn't have said that. Would have chose my words a little more carefully. I know that coming from me, yet I don't filter anything here on the channel. But there is something called finesse. You got to have some finesse here. Pardon me. So for crying out loud, this is not the time to be advertising your favorite activist group. How utterly vile. What in the world does the former have to do with the latter, Ben Shapiro wondered. I don't understand the connection, journalist Andy Niel similarly wrote. Is that how you say his last name? I can never say this guy's last name. It's Ngo. Whenever you have a last name that's got these two consonants next to each other, I can't pronounce it. I can read it, but I can't pronounce it. Bro, not the same at all. Fox News contributor Ben Dominic told Obama. And there's a picture of Obama looking statuesque. He's fighting for social justice. Quote, it sucks that those kids died, but remember George Floyd? He's who I'm still thinking about. Barack Obama. Babylon Bee CEO Seth Dillon mocked the former president. George Floyd is the real victim of Uvalde. Washington Examiner contributor Harry Kachatarian quipped. Is that how you say it? Can we get people with some regular last names who are journalists for once, please? The last name is Kachatarian. It's almost similar. It's actually similar to the last name of the composer Aram Kachatarian, but I think it's pronounced Kachatarian. Someone can correct me in the comment section below. Had to do a double take there. Brah, this ain't it. Little kid slaughtered at school is not the equivalent of George Floyd dying during resisting arrest while high. Blaze Media podcast host Jason Whitlock wrote, declaring this is one of the worst tweets in history. So Obama is getting it from all sides here. Pardon me. Boy, I can't seem to get it together tonight. But I'm in the middle of cooking dinner tonight, so bear with me. I thought I'd come here to talk about this. This is a story again at foxnews.com. Texas school shooting, Obama clobbered for linking Uvalde massacre to 2-year mark of George Floyd's murder. How he made this connection, I don't know. Somebody please explain to me in the comment section below. But now they're going to, they're going to connect this next to the Confederacy, get rid of the Confederate battle flag, because it all goes back to slavery, right? This is all, let's be honest here, it's all going back to slavery at this point. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Culture Confederacy here saying peace out, stay safe, God bless this great country. I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to catch me on Instagram at #JasonComposes or follow my thread at Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter. As you know, I love doing these videos for you. And check out some of my other videos that are out there. Culture Confederacy saying peace out.